Now we have our beams in for the first floor here, and we're going to put the first floor in. Now if you check out your drawing set, you'll see that what's specified is a metal deck and concrete composite floor, so that's what I'm going to do. Now this is a little bit trickier than normal floors. If I go into my floor command here in the drop down box, you can see I've got various different floors here, but the one I want is not there. The one I want is called a chorus composite decking, and it is missing from that template. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to get it into this project here. So what I've done is I've opened up an old project, and I've gone in and I checked the floor here, the drop down box, and see it there, that's the one I want, right? Concrete with the chorus comp floor is called. And there's a couple of other floors that we have used over the last few years here on the course, so I wouldn't mind getting all of those into my project. So how do I go about doing that? So I'm going to use my transfer project standards command. Now I know the first project you did with Tom in your BIM class this year was creating your template, and the reason that we do that and early in second year is that you need to start to build up resources within your template, so that when you create a project from the template you can use those resources. This is a typical situation of that. Now rather than load it into the template, I'm going to load it into my project, but the process is the same, and I'll show it to you now. Now we need to be in the project that we are going to load into, okay? And we're going up into manage, and this is the command we're looking for here. It's called transfer project standards, and you can see we're transferring from that old project. I'm going to check none because I don't want a load of rubbish going in. All I want is the floor types in this case, right? Now typically what we would put in here as well would be wall types, or say fill regions, or that type of stuff, okay? The families do not transfer across. That's a different methodology. These are system families in here, whereas the loadable families that are in the other project, there's a different methodology to get them from one project into another, and we'll go through that another day. All right, so I'm going to go OK. Now it's going to ask me, do I want to... The following types already exist in the destination but are different. So if you remember, I put some colors and I put some... I changed the opacity of some of the graphic content. So if I don't want to change any of that, I'll just say new only, right? Or if I know that these are good representations in terms of coming from the old project into the newer one, then I could say overwrite. In this case I'm going to say overwrite. Might have been a mistake, but we'll see. It's nothing irredeemable. Now it takes a couple of minutes just to update that. Right. Now let's go into our architecture tab and into floor and into here. And you're asking me why don't you go into structural floor? Well, I could do. You know, it's much of a muchness. It opens up the same floor system families anyway. Now that's so let's have a look through here. This is the one I was looking for. Okay, now this is a particular type of floor because it has a profile associated with it. All right, so let's click into that, and I'll put it in at this point here. Okay, so I don't want it to go in at ground floor. I want it to go in at first floor, and I want it to go in at about. So we have the computer floor. So it doesn't matter. I'll put it in, and then I'll align it when it's actually in there. Okay. Now I'm going to go from the center point to the center point here. Grid line 5 is what I'm looking for. Just that one. Okay. Now, all right. Now, before I finish this, I want to double check and make sure that the direction of the profile is going this way and not that way. all right, because I wanted to sit, it's going to be supported by those beams there. Right, let's move this section into here so we can have a look at this chorus floor. Now there it is there, TL on the keyboard, thins it out. And oh yeah, I want to see the position of my beams as well, so I'll pull that through there. That's the field of view depth that you get, see what I mean? Right, so let's position this. We'll go into modify and align, and to this align that. Now sitting there. Now that's the default profile, and it's not a great one, to be honest with you. So if we wanted to get a different profile in there, this is how we go about it. Well, let's take a look first. So let's pick that, go into the edit type properties. Okay, now you can see that we've got this is 210. I don't want it 210. I'm going to make it 200. And then the metal decking. All right. Now, if I click into the metal decking like so, it releases this. That was grayed out. But if I click into structural deck, right, it releases this drop-down box here. If I drop down, you can see I've only got one, basically, one profile there, right? Now, if I wanted to get a different profile in, how do I go about doing that? Let's do that, okay? So I'll have to realign those. Now, we are going to go into File, Open Family. And we're in the UK family here. And what we're looking for is profiles. And we're looking for metal deck profiles. And here they are here. So here's the Kingspan mid deck. Something like that one. You can see there's plenty of others. I'm going to choose this, go open. Load into the project, into the correct project, okay, like so. Now I can go back into my section here, select my chorus floor, edit type, edit into the structure. You can see it's grayed out, so make sure that you select metal decking. It's released now, and here's the various different versions of that Kingspan 80 metal decking. And you can see that the profile has changed here. Now the 80 mil is probably up here, all right, and that is probably too deep, I'm going to be honest with you, but so that's probably should have gone for a 60 or a 40 or something like that, because when I go okay and okay, now you can see that there's big gaps there. I don't know if I want that much of a big gap, but I've shown you how you can introduce in the different profiles and swap one out for the other. The only thing that's a little bit frustrating with this is that it is a profile, and what it does is just basically cuts out that shape out of the bottom of the concrete as such. But you can't. There's no depth to it here, which is a little bit disconcerting. But that's the way that works. All right. Now, so there is my floor gone in there, and I need to go into the first floor here. Let me just check the plans here again. So if I go into 100, where's the stairs here? Okay, we've got a lift over here, and we've got a stair core over there. That's in between grids 5 and 6. So I need to cut out something like that. So again, I can go in, edit the boundary. Okay, so that will come across here, approximately, say, 1800, maybe even 2 meters for the stairs. Okay, and then I'll just go up maybe something like that for the moment, and I can readjust that when I have to. So I'm trimming these pieces here, and that's so I've got the void there now for the stairs and the lift, and we'll go about those at another stage. Right, so there is my floor in place. Let me just double check that section and see that we're sitting on top. We are. Okay, that's the floor in place.